For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Young Thug, man, he's been talking a lot of crazy things, man.
He's been doing a lot of interviews and shit lately. I'm realizing that's normally not like Young Thug.
Yeah, it was rare for him to do an interview. It was something that was special and different.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically was saying last time, a couple of weeks ago, he talked about Andre 3000, mentioned that he doesn't look at him as a legend, blah blah blah, and he didn't want to kiss his ass, blah, 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 all this shit.
And then we seen all those pictures of him basically praising Andre 3000. Yeah, that shit was crazy. They
were in the studio chilling too. They were vibing. I don't know. That's weird, man. I think you're right, man. You were saying when we talked previously before the episode started, we talked briefly on it. You were saying he's promoting his album or something like that.
It's got to be, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Slime Season 3, yeah.
Matter of fact, Slime Season 2 is coming out. It's supposed to be this month. It's 3?
Yeah, Slime Season 3.
What happened to Slime Season 2? Slime Season 2 came out?
Nah, Slime Season 3. Yeah, Slime Season 2 came out. No, you guys are timelines all fucked up.
My timelines be fucked up.
Yeah. No, Slime Season 2 already came out, bro. Slime Season 3, SS3. I remember I kept seeing SS3 all over the place. So
Slime Language 2. Young Thug Slime Language 2.
It's 2?
It's 2, man.
Nah, man, that's cap.
It's Slime we didn't get a Slime Language 2, man.
Slime Language or Slime Season?
Slime Language.
I think he's talking about Slime Season that's coming out. SS3. Yeah, this is, Slime Season 3.
So what the fuck am I looking at where it says Slime Language
Wait,
2?
yeah, hold on, my bad. I fucked that up. No, I take blame for that. Yeah, Slime Season 3 has already been out.
Yeah.
It's Slime Language. Okay, yeah, you got it right.
What the fuck was the first Slime Language? That must have been one of the old mixtapes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slime Language.
I didn't even know he had 2 different
Slimes?
Yeah, Slime, whatever. That's crazy. Yeah, so SL2. Yeah, okay. So I fucked that up. Yeah, you're right. There's Slime Season 3 already came out. So you're saying there's no Slime. What happened to Slime Season 2? That was a different one. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that was a compilation. Oh yeah, Slime Language. This one, that's right.
Yeah.
With the he did the ode to his brother on that shit. His deaf brother.
Yeah. Slime Language.
Okay.
So Slime Language, he has Slime Language 2 coming out.
That was actually supposed to drop with the No Ceilings 3.
Yep.
He announced it was going to drop that day, push it back, and now it's going to drop in.
Hopefully in January. I assume, yeah. So.
And this goes back to dropping with somebody who's big to bring more attention to you. He probably doing that to drop with Drake. He probably pushed it back to drop with Drake.
Speaking of dropping, what about J. Cole? He just announced.
J. Cole just announced.
The little list. I think that's his. We gotta talk. We didn't even put that on the list.
We didn't put that on the list.
I want to talk about that though. First, let's
finish the Young Thug.
Yeah, let me add that in later on. So, Young Thug. Play the clip of him talking about Jay-Z. You got it.
Gotcha. So, I guess to kind of clarify what we just listened to, that was Young Thug on $1 million worth of Game, and he was basically talking about how he has 30 songs that he could perform that everybody in the crowd would know, and he mentioned Jay-Z. Now, when he mentioned Jay-Z, of course, New York Twitter blew the fuck up. You cannot talk about Jay-Z, especially in that way, to say Jay-Z doesn't have 30 hits that everybody knows.
I got into an argument on Twitter about that. So
yeah,
I always boil it down to what do you count as verses? How do you view verses? Do you view it as a hit, or do you view it as just whatever your best 20 records that you feel the artist is?
Talking about verses in this context? It just seems like he's talking about having 30 songs to perform, like in a concert.
I swear, because why would they bring up? Did you watch the full interview, or have you seen it?
I didn't, but that's what he's thinking. That's what he's talking about. But Twitter took it and started saying verses, and Young Thug has more hits than Jay-Z, and I'm like, he didn't say any of that.
But he's talking about live. I mean, that's verses. You do perform live your songs.
Yeah.
So.
But he was saying. He was like, because I did shows with these guys, the crowd.
Yeah.
I have songs that the crowd is going to know word for word.
So, yeah. Didn't he backtrack, though, all this? This following week? He said something like, I was just talking.
Probably. It seems like he talks before he thinks.
Yeah, he backtracks. He did. Let me check that up quick. But
yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Jay-Z, I was getting on Twitter argument about that, and I was like, Jay-Z, like you said, longevity. He's been out since, his first album dropped in 1996, something like that. Reasonable Doubt. And, from 1996 to 2020, that's over 20 years of just fucking music coming out. So you have so much to choose from. And we were mentioning how they forget their own damn songs and how we forget that they have all these hits. But I was talking just like, because a lot of people, one guy was like, some people view it as a hit, some people just view it as great records that these artists have.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know the great records. Sometimes they just know the hits. They don't know the full, like, in-depth albums of Dead Presidents and all these other tracks. So if we're going hits, and more recently, obviously Thug, I think.
People would know 30 songs off Thug, most definitely.
Yeah, I think Thug. But Jay-Z has hits. I'm just saying it took him a while to get number ones. It took a while. 2009 was the first one with Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keys. Yeah. That's a long-ass time, man. To be rapped from 1996 and then finally in 2009, that's, what, over 10 years of...
And then you got to think about it. Let's just go to 2009 when he got his first number one, right? He gained new fan base then.
Yep.
So that new fan base might not know shit prior to 2009. Yep. So if he's performing his 30 best tracks, the newer fans might not know the old shit. The old fans might know all the shit, though.
Yeah.
And like we said, Jay-Z probably doesn't even know all his damn lyrics to these songs because some of these songs are old as hell.
Yeah.
So I just think he could have probably used somebody else, but there's an argument there.
Yeah, I mean, if it's hits, strictly hits, there's an argument. Yeah. Because Jay-Z, I know people are some people backlash it, but I personally think Jay-Z, he's had hits, but not like those monstrous hits where it was just like the only one that I can think of is Empire State of Mind, Big Pimpin' maybe, and a few here and there.
Nah, Jay-Z got hits, man.
Let me go on the Billboard.
Somebody actually listed like 40 tracks from Jay-Z, and they was all some bangers, man.
Yeah, but here I'm talking just numbers. I'm not talking about whether we like them or not.
Okay, so we're talking numbers.
Just numbers. That's all I'm talking about. That's what I mean, like hits as in numbers. Let me search up the Jay-Z chart history because I remember looking it up and I showed people. I was like, yo, this is it. So Jay-Z, I know for a fact, has at least one number one hit with Empire State of Mind on the Hot 100.
Okay.
It says here he has 4 number one hits.
4 number one hits?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Umbrella with Rihanna, that's Rihanna's record. So that's featuring Jay-Z. Empire State of Mind, Crazy in Love with Beyonce.
Okay.
And then I don't see what the next one is at. I don't see it anywhere. Actually, right here. Heartbreaker with Mariah Carey. So 3 out of those 4 number ones are other artists featuring him.
Yeah.
So only one of those records is actually his, which is Empire State of Mind. That's the only number one he has. So if we're talking hits, then he has 21 top 10, which is amazing. Yeah. Top 10 is good too.
I'm looking at this Billboard here. Here's a look at acts with the most 100 hits of all time. Jay-Z is number 6 with 83. Drake has 86. Lil Wayne 126. The one with the most is the Glee cast with a 207.
I think that's definitely an old number because Drake surpassed, I think, all of them.
Drake surpassed all of them?
Yeah, I think that's very old. Check the article when it was made. Can you see?
God damn, that is an old article.
What was the date on that?
2016.
Oh, yeah.
I just scrolled on Twitter. You know, Twitter doesn't, goddamn, they just put shit.
Anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to kill me for that.
I was told Drake beat all of them.
Yeah, I believe so. He has.
I was told Drake has surpassed all of them right now. So
I was looking for that list of hits somebody had made for Jay-Z, and it was like he actually had some hits on that motherfucker.
No. Jay-Z has hits, man. I'm not saying this guy.
But how many number ones does Young Thug have though?
That's a good question. Yeah, let me see.
Because I'm not saying that.
Does he even have one?
I'm not saying Thug can beat Jay-Z in no fucking.
No, we're
verses.
not. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying that.
I just want to clarify that.
Yeah. That's good that you said it because I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, you think?" Nah. We're not.
I fuck with Thug, but
nah, Thug can't beat Jay-Z. We're not even comparing. I'm comparing Jay-Z to like the big people like Kanye.
Here goes some of the hits right here, non-features, and they said these are 40 Jay-Z records that are bigger than anything Thug has ever put out. This guy has to be from New York. But Can't Knock the Hustle, Politics as Usual, Brooklyn's Finest, Dead Presidents, Devils, Can I Live, Friend or Foe, Streets is Watching. I'm not going to name all these. Hard Knock Life, Big Pimpin', Takeover, Izzo, Hola Jovito, Heart of the City, Story of OJ, Niggas in Paris, Rock Boys, 99 Problems, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Change Clothes, The Bounce. He has some things in there.
I mean, I don't think Thug was really comparing it like that.
Yeah.
And plus, dude, the guy Jay-Z has like 16, 17 years ahead of Thug.
So
come on,
there's no way that
that's not fair. First off, that's too much time has passed. Like if Thug, though, he has 2 number ones, but they're not even any of his records. The Havana record.
Oh.
And then he has the franchise record, young Travis Scott. So
I seen her perform that at what was that, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I was working.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold up, this is the girl that got Thug on us. And I ran out to the thing, tried to sneak to see if Thug was going to come out. He never came out.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. But yeah, those are only 2 number ones.
It was
Travis,
the Havana and what?
And the Travis Scott franchise record.
Franchise record.
Yeah, it's his franchise with MIA. It hit number 1.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit just came out.
Yeah, it was October 10th is when it peaked at number 1. So yeah, it's pretty recent.
Okay.
And then as far as his own record, let me see. Hot is probably the biggest at number 11.
Stoner was big too, wasn't it?
No, I'm not seeing it right here. Stoner was big, but it was like his intro. It was
his
number
intro.
47.
Okay, that was okay. It only peaked at 47.
Yeah, so his biggest solo record with him, well, not solo, but his own record is Hot. With Gunna. That peaked at number 11.
Okay.
So and then he has Go Crazy with Chris Brown and Young Thug. That's not his record. It's like combined. That peaked at number 9.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, you can't. Jay-Z's had a longer longevity. It's unfair, man. You can't compare Jay-Z. Like, who you compare Jay-Z to, like we said, Eminem, Nas.
The big guys.
Kanye, 50 could even go up there with him. Drake.
Yeah.
Like, those guys.
You definitely, can you put Rick Ross in there?
Rick Ross doesn't have.
No, he doesn't even have a platinum album, does he?
He has 1 platinum album.
He has 1 platinum album?
Speaking of Rick Ross, actually, I forgot all about that shit.
What happened?
I forgot all about. You see what he said on the interview he did on the podcast?
No, what
he was talking shit about 50 again. I wanted to go in on
what
this.
Though? What would it?
He said, if we go into verses, he was like, if we go into verses, he only got that 1 album, that Get Rich or Die Trying. I ain't have Dr. Dre and Eminem backing me when I was making my album, but I'll beat him after that. I was like,
nah, man.
I was like, bro, even
man.
if 50 takes out Get Rich, let's just say he says, you know what, I'll let this guy breathe and we won't do Get Rich. Mixtapes
would kill him.
Massacre, even Curtis would wash.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in there.
Nah, hell nah. Rick Ross is tripping.
Here's the thing too. Rick Ross is reaching for relevancy because his album flopped the last album flopped like crazy. And then people were saying Rick Ross beat 50, but 50's not the one ever mentioning Rick Ross anymore. It's always Rick Ross mentioning him in interviews.
50 would just clown him when Rick Ross comes up in the news.
Yeah.
But he does that to everybody.
He does that exactly. 50 doesn't even pay attention anymore. I think it's Rick Ross trying to build. He went at Banks too. He's trying to build momentum for his shit, but
I actually did not like that beef at all. I felt like 50 actually helped Ross.
He did. No, he did. 100%. 50 wasn't taking it serious.
He gave him so much attention, man.
It's because he was a correctional officer. So 50 was like, why should I take this serious? This guy's a correctional officer. Everybody should see this.
Yeah.
Why should anybody take this guy serious? So that's why he dealt with it like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't, obviously, if he would have went hard like he could have, I feel like he would have completely
that pimping curly shit. Oh man, that shit was getting on my damn nerves. All that shit.
He got that because another person came into the beef. It was like a female talk shit, and that's why. Yeah. That's why he got into that, and he's like, man, fuck, I'm making things. So he didn't take it serious. He made cartoons, dog, out of the whole thing. But my point is that Rick Ross thing was crazy. So versus Jay-Z, it's only the big dogs, man. He said he could beat Wayne. Is that what you said?
And they did in that same interview. He says that he would have to match up with somebody like Lil Wayne. So I don't think he said he'll beat him, but he says if he's gonna do a versus, he wants to do it with somebody who's just influential as him and Wayne, which is crazy. No, you can't.
It's a mismatch.
Can't fucking beat Wayne either.
Yeah. Who do you think Thug should go up against? That's fair.
Future.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's good. Future is actually the perfect one.
Young Thug and Future.
That would be that's perfect. I can't. I can't think of anybody else.
Future would probably win, but it'd be entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. That's perfect. So make that fucking happen. Young Thug and Future.
Young Thug and
Atlanta would be going crazy. Yeah. Atlanta would be going crazy for that. So what about Chris Brown? We never mentioned Chris Brown on Versus, man. I think
Chris Brown on Versus?
Yeah, he got fucking hits, dog. He's been killing it since 2000.
Someone said Usher, but that's kind of like,
yeah.
Their time frame is kind of off.
Yeah.
Usher was way before Chris.
Who the fuck could go up against Chris? The Weeknd? You think that would be?
Nah.
Even though the time frame's a little off, but the Weeknd's got hits still.
Yeah, and especially from his like mixtape, from his earlier shit.
Yeah, I think Chris Brown and the Weeknd would be good, man. They both got a lot of #1 hits.
But see, the Weeknd has a lot of that slow melodic shit. Young Thug has the party dance shit. You know what I'm saying? You would have to get somebody who makes dance music like Chris Brown.
There's nobody
Which Chris
though.
Brown is really like in his own
lane.
fuck. Chris Brown and Drake.
Yeah, that's actually
Chris Brown and Drake. Man.
Yeah, that's actually not even surprised. That would be actually a good one.
That would be a good one.
They have a lot of #1 hit records.
That would be a good one.
Individually
Features.
Yeah.
And then they had they beef and they got cool. So it would also be a good dynamic to see them both there, just chilling, laughing it up. Yeah. I would like to see that.
And somebody throws a bottle just for history's sake in the background. That would be funny.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
That's a good one right there.
No, that is actually very good because a lot of people are like, oh, nobody can go against Drake. Chris Brown can go against Drake.
Chris Brown can definitely go against Drake.
I think Chris Brown's been longevity and just hits after hits. Every project he releases, he at least has one hit off that project, at least.
And he can rap.
Yeah, he
gets on features and raps.
No Romeo, no Juliet with 50.
Yeah.
Destroyed that bitch, man. I was like, damn, 50 got washed by an R&B singer.
Even though, what's that? Look at me now. Whoa, look at me now. He got on there and killed that shit. And he was with Busta Rhymes and Lil Wayne on that shit.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes' verse, though, was the craziest one.
Definitely was.
Rapping fast as fuck.